welcome bitches, one and all, to my reaction to Season 4, Episode 1 of The Vampire Diaries, Growing Pains. Now, last time was quite possibly the best episode of The Vampire Diaries ever done, and the reason I say that is it was an incredible episode all round, but for the main fucking reason that Elena is now a vampire, which this is something that I knew it would happen at some point. I just assumed it would happen because you've got Elena being like the beacon of humanity in the show, whereas when you're surrounded by all of these mystical creatures like vampires, witches and all that, it would be strange if you somehow would never become a vampire. So I'm not surprised by it, but I am surprised by it happening so early on. Like, I went into this show knowing that there were 8 seasons. So when I thought of stuff like this, I'd be like, oh yeah, probably like Season 6 it's gonna happen. Like, we're gonna have Elena be the human friend of everyone for so long, and then she'll turn. But to go and do it after Season 3 is actually insane. Like, this means that, I mean, if we're assuming that Elena survives all 8 seasons, which I'm assuming, but you never know, it means that she would be a vampire for more time than she would be a human in the show, which is crazy to me. But yes, episode 1, I have no idea what's going to be going on. I would assume, given the knowledge that we have of everyone, that there's going to be a lot of umming and ahhing around Elena. Like, people are not going to know how to act because you've got Bonnie, who has come to terms with Caroline. She was coming to terms with her mother becoming a vampire. But to know that, like, all of her best friends are now vampires, that is going to be something that is going to be hard on her mind, and I'm very excited to see her reaction to it all. And I also wonder, are we going to be continuing the episode from the exact point that Elena wakes up, or are we going to have a whole, like, it's been a week and now we're seeing the aftermath of everything? I would rather we continue right from when she wakes up. I want to see everyone's immediate reactions, because Stefan was like bawling, so I want to hear what he has to say. I want to hear what Damon has to say about Elena becoming a vampire. I want to see how Caroline had, like, there's just so many intricacies to this. Matt, like, is Matt okay? Did Matt survive the car crash? There's just so many things going through my head. But yes, anyway, with that said, extremely excited to get into it and see how this all goes. So without further ado, let's go. Because she's hearing everything. Oh my god.
Stefan.
Oh my god, all of this talk about how Bonnie's gonna handle it, Caroline, Stefan. I didn't even think about how Elena's gonna handle this. Like, I remember talking about it last time, but Elena has spent basically the entire show trying to figure out who she wants to be with for the rest of her life. Who she would want to be with as she grows old. Like, all of these considerations have been put in place, and she's like been considering who she'd want to be with based on her human existence. Now she's a vampire. How is that going to change everything?
You were in an accident.
Oh my god.
Is Matt alive?
Matt, is he?
Alive? Ask Stefan, the hero.
Okay.
How did you?
Save you? He didn't.
Yeah, Elena.
When Jeremy brought you to the hospital before all this happened,
Elena.
she used Damon's blood to heal you.
And when
Yeah.
Rebecca ran Matt's truck off the road, you had vampire blood in your system, Elena.
So?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That wasn't supposed to happen.
Maybe it doesn't have to. I talked to Bonnie. She said she's stronger than ever. There might be something she can do to help you.
No, the
What?
only thing that's going to help is for you to feed and complete the transition. We all know the drill. You feed or you die.
I mean, it's I'm basically understanding both sides here, and I'm kind of on both sides because the the logical side of me is telling me that, like, there's no way out of this. Elena died. The point of the vampire curse, spell, whatever you want to call it, is that the person has to die to then become this unnatural creature. So unless Bonnie can suddenly start raising the dead, I don't think that this is possible. I don't think that there is any way out of this. The only way out of it would be, yeah, maybe you can take the spell away, but that would just leave a dead Elena. But then also, I do understand Stefan's side of things, of wanting to at least try. Like, I would say, I would definitely do what Stefan's doing, and I would, like, just use the day that we have, because you might as well. Like, you've got this free day to see what happens. You might as well. But the logical side of me is telling me that, like, no. that you can try all you want. There's no way out of this, but they might as well at least give it a go.
Your choice, Elena, as always.
Oh, damn.
I never meant for her to die. She asked me to help Matt first, and I did.
And now the world has one more quarterback. Bravo, brother.
Jer,
Oh shit. I didn't even think about how Jeremy would be taking all this.
have you talked to Bonnie?
Yeah, she said when I was shot, she made some plea to the witch spirits to bring me back, and they listened.
Yeah, but the consequences were horrible.
Yeah, I was
What
about
could
to
be
say
more
that.
horrible than you turning into a vampire? I need my sister, not another one of them.
Right, okay. Issue is, Jeremy, you've just said all of that, and I'm assuming that Elena's just gonna be a vampire by the end of this episode. I don't think that they're gonna find a magical cure for this. I don't think they're gonna find a magical way out. It is what it is. She's gonna be a vampire. So you saying that you need your sister, not another one of them, is an awful thing to put in Elena's mind, because, like, by the end of this episode, that's what you're gonna have. So are you not gonna consider her your sister? Are you not gonna love her? Because, ugh.
I have to help Elena before she has to feed.
Elena's dead and no longer my concern.
You're forgetting who just saved your life.
You're forgetting I can rip your tongue out.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
If I can keep Elena human, you'll still have an endless blood supply to make your hybrids. Isn't that what you really want?
Nice one, buddy. With the whole doppelganger curse, and it has to continue a bloodline, and then eventually there'll be another one. Can Jeremy continue that bloodline? Like, if Jeremy has a kid, will in centuries to come there be another doppelganger? Or because Elena has been turned before she's had a kid, is that it? Is the doppelganger line done? Because if so, then Klaus really is just down to the blood bags that he harvested from Elena beforehand. And then that is it on his hybrids.
They've entrusted me to secure the town, and unlike some of our founding families, I don't have conflicting interests.
What's that supposed to mean?
Alaric Saltzman told us everything, Meredith. Probably time to start looking for a new job.
Oh my god. So no one had even told Meredith until now?
I was saved. She's a vampire because of me.
Cool it on the V word. I'm a fugitive. Remember, I'm supposed to be halfway to Florida by now.
Caroline, what are you doing there?
What's going on?
Oh, they're
Just need to
arresting
ask
her.
a few questions about your son.
You can't arrest me. I'm the mayor of this town.
Not anymore, you're not. You're not fit to protect us anymore.
You have no idea what you're up against.
It's very interesting that they're actually finally taking action, because this is what I was... When we were in, like, season 1, and the council was revealed, I was like, holy shit, we've got this, like, undercover human council that are going to be hunting vampires. But they haven't really done much for ages. So I'm very intrigued to see how this goes in terms of them actually hunting everyone down, because it's not just like it's humans with guns trying to take out vampires, because then you're fucked. But these people have weapons. They have the ability to kill vampires. Not necessarily with ease, but with a lot of ease more than a normal human being. You know, like they know shit. So this is very exciting. But yeah, Caroline really needs to leave town.
Why?
I swear to God, if they...
Caroline, what's going on?
Why is it always Caroline? I've actually had a fucking enough. I say this every single time, leave her alone. Don't get me wrong, I love this show, I love the writing and everything, but what does piss me off is they constantly use Caroline as a sort of scapegoat in the storytelling. Like, they need a vampire to be captured by this council to show that the council means business. We use Caroline. It's always Caroline, and I'm getting fed up.
Should have saved you first.
There's no point thinking
Shouldn't
about
be
that
going
now.
through this right now.
No, if you'd saved me, then Matt would be dead. What do you think I'd be going through then?
True.
Can't stop them.
Your emotions are a bit heightened today.
Go the fuck off though, Nina. Another example of being an incredible actress.
Why don't you go back upstairs where it's dark? I'll clean up.
I mean, at least, at the very least, Bonnie can make her a daylight ring. Oh, I've been
thought you
very
left.
interested to see this.
Cute PJs.
I'm tired, Damon.
Oh my god, I forgot about this. Holy shit. I was literally saying earlier in the episode, I can't think of any other time that Elena's memory was erased. Oh my god. How is this going to change her perception of Damon? How is this going to change her perception of everything? Like, not only is she getting this scene, she's also getting the scene way back when they first met, but she didn't know that that was them first meeting. Fuck, bro.
Damon, don't go there.
I just have to say it once. You just need to hear it.
How much of a mindfuck is this going to be for Elena, though?
I love you, Elena. And it's because I love you that I can't be selfish with you. I don't deserve you, but my brother does. God, I wish you didn't have to forget this.
Whenever we've dealt with the idea of memory erasure in this show, it's always been so intriguing to me because how does your mind process these things? Because say like 20 years ago, you got into a relationship with someone and you were with them for a whole year and it completely changed your life. It changed your perception of reality, how you see the world. And then that entire year was erased from your memory and you then lived out 20 more years to then suddenly have that thrown back in. Like, how would your brain process a memory and something that changed who you were as a person, but it didn't change you because you forgot about it? So you went 20 years the way you used to be, but that happened 20 years ago. That revelation and that change of mindset. Like, it's one of those things where it's like when you think of the idea of paradoxes and how they don't make sense, that's like the kind of thing I think of when you think with those kind of memories, because it doesn't make sense. That would have changed me. That did change me, but I forgot about it. But now I remember and it didn't change me. So like, do you get what I mean? It's so mindfucky for just to think about it. So imagine actually having to go through that. But this is more on like a lower scale because obviously it's not like a whole big like change of your life. But that is a huge change to her relationship with Damon, to know that he felt that way back then. And he said that he didn't deserve her. Like, it's a lot of revelations for Elena. But what I'm most excited for, and I do hope that they show, is their first meeting. Because I want to see how Elena processes that as well.
You should know better than to sneak up on a lady.
Interesting.
Good advice.
Damon.
Have you seen one?
Oh, Damon!
Tragic about Elena. Not to make a grey cloud greyer, but does Matt even have automobile insurance?
Oh, shit. Okay, so a lot just happened. Obviously, Damon is going to stake Rebecca because of the whole, her being the reason that Elena is now a vampire. But also, did Alaric tell the council about original vampires? Because I don't know if he did or not, because they're going to assume that Rebecca's dead now, if not, because they've killed a vampire. But they don't know that she's going to be coming back. So, what's the deal here? What's going to be going on? And also, did Damon drop the stake or did he have it on him? I need to see. He dropped the stake, but he did bend as he ran away. So I don't know if he picked it up or not. But shit, if he did drop it, then the council will have the stake, which is even worse.
Stefan?
Elena, don't move.
Yeah, they don't know about Elena yet.
I was so scared that you were with Caroline.
Why? What happened to Caroline?
Yeah.
The council took her.
You might have wanted to keep that quiet.
Took her?
Not only because Tyler loves Caroline, but I mean, we all know that Klaus has a liking for Caroline.
What exactly do they think they can do to me?
Is that Klaus? Yeah, okay.
You're alive?
No time.
Are
Come on, we gotta go.
you gonna leave Rebecca?
Keep him busy, little sister.
You cheeky bastard.
It's not possible.
You cheeky bastard. You can't just leave her.
Did she know where they were planning to take her?
No, just that she was in some van in the middle of nowhere and she managed to escape.
Perfect. We've narrowed it down to nowhere.
I mean, you could look on the road and see where that leads.
In what world are you the one that gets to live?
Damon.
Stop. It wasn't his fault.
And there's no point killing him now. Like, what would killing him now do, Damon?
My deputies can watch out for us here. No vampires have been invited in.
Little do you know.
He would never hurt me. You've no idea what you're talking about.
Well, I know that wherever you go, Salvatore vampires seem to follow.
You hungry?
You have no idea.
We'll use Rebecca to lure her siblings back into town.
Where are we? We're in some kind of cabin. It seems as though it's some kind of safe house. And they said that he said that her parents had a plan in place for if anything ever happened. But why did Liz and the mayor not know about this plan then? That's why I'm a little bit confused. Did they only tell the pastor? Was the pastor like this secret backup guy? So very interesting, but yeah.
Gotta get out of here.
He has some idea, doesn't he?
Get her!
Speedrun. Speedrun time. Come on. Fuck. Fuck. Caroline, now's not the time. Klaus?
Wrong time, wrong place, wrong equipment.
Tell her, you dirty fuck.
I don't know, love. Did I?
What the hell did you do to Tyler?
That's what
There
I
we
enjoy
go.
about you. So much more than a pretty face.
Fucking disgusting, bro.
There's something else I could try.
What?
What? Do it.
No, Jeremy, don't be so open to this.
What if her spirit still exists on both sides?
Even if it does, how can you get there? You're not dead.
And how would you bring it back?
No.
Bonnie!
No, Bonnie.
I was able to stop your heart to stop Klaus's. I'll do the same thing to myself. I found a new source of power.
A new source of power? What kind of power is gonna let you kill yourself and bring someone back with you from the dead?
Do you want Elena back or not?
Bonnie is delving into the dark side of witchcraft here. This may be possible. I don't know if it is. It may be possible, but Bonnie, you said that witches have free reign on the other side, and you are doing something that sounds unnatural. So, like, I don't think the witches are going to be happy with you doing this, and you're probably going to be attacked by them when you go back there. Because there are dead witches there. We've seen the spirits. So, I mean, good luck if you want to try this, but I wouldn't.
Iron doors.
Pastor has a cattle ranch.
Nice
Those
one,
pens
Matt.
can easily be modified.
Remote, it's secluded.
Well, guess what?
I know.
Looks like you get a chance to prove how sorry you really are.
Yeah, well done, Matt. He's actually become useful for once. I wonder how the pastor's going to talk to Elena now, knowing that she's been turned, given that he knew her parents and everything.
Has anyone done the math, or shall I? I'd say you've got less than 3 hours to feed before I get to watch you die. Or
Rebecca!
my day just got a whole lot better.
Right, Rebecca, I love you, but no. Bon Bon, this is not the answer. Like, I'm excited to see the other side if we get to see it, but this is not the way about it.
I can't let you do this.
That's the point.
What the hell is that?
It's... Yeah, what is that? It's dark magic, bro. This is, like, Bonnie's practicing things that shouldn't be practiced. What, is she gonna see 2 Elenas? Like, what's the plan here?
We're going home.
No.
Interesting. I knew some witch would stop her. So fascinating that it's her grandmother, though.
This magic is dark, Bonnie.
Yeah.
It is not nature's plan. Touch it again, and the spirits will unleash their anger in ways that will make you suffer. Stay away.
Nice. She needed to hear that. I hope she doesn't tap into this again. But I am very intrigued as to what she's tapping into.
I don't have time. I need blood.
Well, she's not dying.
I'm dying.
She's not gonna die. I refuse to have that.
Elena's gonna die if you don't let her out of here.
They don't care, Stefan. That's the point.
Sorry. Not my problem.
Yep. God, with the vervain and everything, that's gonna take a while to heal.
We'll just wait a few days until you're strong enough to do it with traditional magic, right, Bonnie?
Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
What are you doing?
He's gonna kill Tyler.
Fine, I'll do it. Just stop.
Holy shit. Oh, that made me so uncomfortable.
Let's begin.
Oh, that made me so uncomfortable.
I can hear you breathing.
Come on, please. Can't do this.
David was right. You should have fed this morning.
Oh god, now that as well.
I'm so sorry.
Don't be.
You didn't know this would happen. Elena wanted it as well.
Do you know why I was even on that bridge? I had to choose, and I picked you because I love you. It's the best choice I ever made. Sucks that I can't see you right now.
I'm smiling.
Me too.
Are you enjoying the view now, Rebecca? Come on, we're not going through all of what we did last episode to have Elena die. I fucking refuse.
Just storm the place with 0 weapons?
Yeah.
Nah, we don't need weapons. Just bait.
Damon!
Yoo-hoo! Anybody home?
Damon,
Big
they'll just
bad
shoot you.
vampire out here. Give me Steph and Elena. He's all yours.
You are not invited in, and I'm not coming out.
Yeah, of course he's just gonna shoot you, Damon. I hope there's another, like, route to this plan.
I warned you, child. I warned you to stay away. You made your choice. Now they're taking it out on me.
Is her Grams' spirit just fucked then? What? What's happening?
Bring the other one in.
What's Rebecca's plan here?
We have money, castles, apartments, jewelry. Just name your price and let me out.
I'd much rather watch you.
What, is she gonna like push him over to Elena? Oh, nice! But can you get that blood over to Elena? Yes, come on, please. 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 Elena, come on.
Elena.
Come on, just reach. Reach out. Come on, my darling, you've got this. Come on, please. Yes, pull back and drink. Pull back and drink. Pull back and drink. Come on, quick. Is that enough? Is that all we need? Is that all we need? Yeah, nice. I thought that was a trap. Why'd they take so long to get to him as well? Oh my god, he just shoved the gun into him. Damon!
Go ahead and kill me.
Give him your blood and move on.
Should have been you.
Damon? You actually... Damon, what the fuck?
Leave him alone.
What a sight, though. Elena's a vampire. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not as exciting to see Elena with like the fangs and the eyes and everything, just because we've seen Catherine, like we've seen Nina in that way before, so it's not as like, oh my god, but holy shit, just knowing that Elena can do that now.
Elena's a vampire because of me. I have to live with that every day for the rest of my life.
No, you don't have to live with that. You get to live with that. Because Elena put your life before her own.
Yeah.
So every morning you get out of bed,
Yeah.
you sure as hell better earn it.
Hell yeah. Well done, Stefan. It's the equivalent of Elena giving her life for you, Matt. Now you respect that choice by living a good life.
I remember everything.
Here we go.
One of the highlights of my transition, remembering everything that you compelled me to forget. Damon, why didn't you tell me?
Would have made a difference.
You asked me to make a choice, Damon, so I did. If you're gonna be mad, then take it out on me, not on Stefan or Matt or anyone.
I'm sorry, guys. I've been so fucking stupid this episode. I've been wondering why, not necessarily wondering why Damon's been so angry, because I think that Elena turning into a vampire because of something Stefan did is enough to make Damon angry, but it didn't really process in my head that he would still be pissed off with Elena for choosing Stefan. It didn't, like, because the reason it didn't is because, like I said at the end of last episode, I didn't take that choice as an absolute choice of Elena's as to who she would want to be with for the rest of her life. I took it as in the moment, if you are forcing me to make a choice, it makes more sense to pick Stefan because of everything he's done for me. That's the way I took that decision. I didn't take it as a true, she looked in her heart and it was only Stefan. He was the right choice. That's not how I took it. I don't know who she would have picked given time and if she actually could sit down and speak to her own feelings and figure it out. I don't know who she'd pick, but I didn't take that original decision of Stefan as an absolute. So it hasn't really processed to me that Damon has taken that as an absolute.
If it had been you at the bridge last night, and I begged you to save Matt.
I would have saved you. In a heartbeat, no question.
Yep. And Matt would be dead.
That's what I thought.
And Elena's not happy with
And
that.
Matt would be dead because you couldn't let go. Matt would be dead.
But you wouldn't be.
First night we met's not all that you remember.
I love that Damon picked up on that as well. That she would have remembered the other bit as well.
How dare you save Caroline over me?
Hello, brother. Thought you were dead. So pleased you're not.
Klaus!
I think it's time for us to move on and find some more werewolves.
So you can create your hybrid family? You don't know anything about family.
Yeah, Klaus, I'm sorry, bro. The way you've handled all of this with Rebecca and the lack of care for Rebecca as well. She's not going to want to go with you, bro. Like, you're an absolute asshole. And also, very interesting, I didn't know that the spell had actually worked. I didn't know that Tyler was good and Klaus was good. I thought the spell had been fucked up by whatever happened to Bonnie and everything was all still up in the air, but interesting that he is still alive. Wow. Nice one, Rebecca.
Drop them.
I warned you. I loved you through everything, and you don't even care.
Drop it!
I want your family. Here's your family.
Nice one, Rebecca.
You're not my family. You're not my sister. You are nothing.
Nice. I'd be happy about that if I were you, Rebecca. Fuck this twat. Oh, I hate him. Actually hate him.
You don't have to convince me that everything's gonna be okay.
I know. Wish I could, though. Wish I could just tell you that you'll never feel pain.
Yeah.
That you'll never crave blood.
She's got a lot of things coming.
It'll be the worst thing that you've ever lived through.
But I'll get to live.
Exactly.
I'll be a sister and a friend, and I'll be with you forever.
Interesting. Right, okay, I'm glad that that would have been an annoying pause if I paused before she said if I want. Because I don't like the absolutes of eternity. Like, if they're immortal, I don't like the absolutes of I'll be with you forever. Because, I don't know, you don't know how you'll change. You don't know how your emotions will change. Like, we as human beings, not even vampires, we as human beings change as people so much, so many times, through so many points in our lives. We change, and our desires change. Our things that we look for in people change. So I've never agreed with the absolutionist views of immortality. Like, I'm going to be with you for the rest of my life. Like, come on. You might not, but enjoy the time while you have it. And interesting that she has stuck with this choice of Stefan. I wonder if that's going to come up in the future at all. I wonder if there's going to be a point where she thinks about Damon more and thinks about the times that they shared together and whether she does truly want to be with Stefan. But yeah. Anyway, back to the story. Let's see how it ends.
I'm gonna get through this. Just like we get through everything. One day at a time.
Yeah, it's the only way you can do it.
Bonnie made this for you yesterday.
Ah?
Just in case.
Daylight ring?
Yeah. Time to watch the sunrise. Oh, it's sweet seeing them together again. Oh yeah, interesting, because he was still indoors, wasn't he, the pastor? Huh?
Soon you'll be free to pass through the gates, and we'll all reunite in eternity.
Seriously, Pastor, what's going on here?
We are the beginning.
Huh? I don't really have any words for that. What the fuck just happened? Either he was compelled to kill everyone, or there's something going on with the witches, because he said, be prepared to pass through the gates, and like, I have been chosen to lead us. It sounds like he's going to the other side as spirits to do something, but like, that just seems very up in the air. Oh my god. That ending, it's very rare that an ending of an episode confuses me as much as that did. I'm just sitting here like, what? But yes, anyway, let's move on to the review. So yes, that was episode 1 of season 4 of The Vampire Diaries, which was a fucking incredible episode at that. Just to see, I don't know, it was more so it's just so complicated when you deal with the idea of someone turning into a vampire, and not just that, when you deal with the idea of such a main core character as Elena turning into a vampire, because it's like Damon was saying in the scene that they had where they were talking about like the recollection of the memories. It's so hard to watch Elena go through this, knowing that she wanted to grow old. She wanted a family. She was like the antithesis of humanity in the show. She was the human Elena. That's how she was known. And so it's just like, it's hard to process the idea that all of that has been snatched away from her. I'm very, very glad that when she was on the rooftop with Stefan at the end, she had the revelation, I don't know if you could call it that at least she does get to live. Like, at the end of the day, her and Matt are alive. That's a fact. And yes, you can argue all day long whether you consider a vampire to be dead or not. They have to die to become one, but whether you consider them to be dead, I don't know. I don't, because so long as there is a living soul, so long as their soul is intact and they are still the person they used to be, maybe with a few added extras, then they are still alive in my eyes. So I don't like when they always say, oh, but you'll be dead, and then on that, I don't like what Jeremy was saying at the start of the episode, how I want my sister, not another one of them. because it kind of, everything that Jeremy said implied that if Elena did become a full vampire, he wouldn't see her as his sister. He wouldn't see her as family. He wouldn't see her as someone he loves. It would be the equivalent of Elena being dead, which I just find so sad. And I hate that fact. It's the whole idea of when we go back to Caroline and Liz, where it was like, my daughter's dead. It's like, no, she's not dead. She's standing right in front of you. It's just frustrating when people have that viewpoint in this show, because I get it. I get the idea that they are a quote-unquote monster now, but they don't have to be. And I'm very intrigued to see what kind of lifestyle Elena would want to live, because I feel like Elena, given all of the views that she's expressed over the course of the show, and with Stefan drinking animal blood and not drinking from humans, I don't know what route Elena's going to be going down. I don't know if she's going to go down the route of Caroline's path, where you drink from blood bags but not actual humans, or if she is going to go full bunny diet, because I feel like she'll want to do bunny diet. I feel like if you're looking at your morals and who Elena is, she'll want to go full bunny, but I don't know. Given that she's just turned and she's going to have such cravings that she's going to have to control, I feel like it's one of those things where it's like an advancement on the control. So learn how to control yourself around human beings and not drinking from them directly, drink from the blood bags, and then in the future look into drinking from animals, because I feel like just going straight to animals is going to really fuck up with her cravings, and it's going to make it a lot harder to control. So that's the way I see it, but I'm very intrigued to see what route she wants to go down herself. Now, in terms of her choice of Stefan or Damon and the apparent choice of Stefan, I'm still sticking to the idea that I don't necessarily think that Elena has fully made her choice. I'm not saying, don't think I'm sitting here being like, oh, she should have chose Damon, because genuinely, if I'm being completely honest, I do not mind who she ends up with. I do not have a preference. I think that they both add different things to her life, and both lives with each of them would have been good ones. But if we're looking at like the logic that Elena was putting forward when she chose Stefan over Damon, I think that a lot of that was just because she had been thinking so hard about the idea of wanting to repay Stefan. So I don't know if you can necessarily take that as a pure choice from her heart. But for now, they are together again, which was nice to see. It was really cute to see them on the rooftop, just, I don't know, enjoying their immortality. Because, yeah, we can sit here all day and talk about all the things that have been taken from Elena, and she won't be able to grow old and all that. But while I do understand the emotional side of it, because we all as human beings love the idea of growing old with someone and having a family and all that, but at the end of the day, they can adopt, they can make their own family. It doesn't necessarily have to be kids. Like, you could have your own family with Damon, Caroline, like, you've got your family, and growing old isn't all that it lives up to be in terms of everyone thinking like, oh yeah, it's gonna be so cute to grow old together. It's like, yeah, but like growing old as a human being ain't exactly nice. Like, you just lose abilities. Like, you slowly get worse at things. So I think that she should focus on the positives here. She's got her immortality. She can live a good life. She can love. She can have a family. Like, nothing has really been taken away in that sense. It's just going to be a bit different than she had envisioned. But yeah, anyway, I believe that covers everything I wanted to talk about. I know I haven't covered a lot, but I'm hoping the Patreon questions will help me, because whenever there's a really jam-packed episode and it's like overloading my brain, I do struggle to gather my thoughts as well. So let's just go on to Patreon questions and see if it helps me out. Right, first up, how do you interpret Damon's anger towards everyone given the situation? Is it justified or not? Whether it's justified, that's a very interesting question. I need to think that through. I think his anger is justified. His actions are not justified, because I completely understand being very angry, not only because of everything that happened and the fact that he wanted Elena to have a good human life like she wanted, but also because Elena did pick Stefan over him. It's gonna be fueling a rage. Like, I feel like it would in everyone. You'd be sad and you'd be pissed off. So I think that he is very justified in his anger. He is not justified in the way that he is taking the anger out on everyone else. Like, you take Matt. Yes, Matt fucked up. He shouldn't have taken Elena in the car. It was a stupid idea. But at the end of the day, he didn't know this was going to happen. It wasn't intentional. So it is what it is. It's done. So just leave Matt alone. He's going to regret it himself. That's enough. And I just feel like Damon's like physical anger towards everyone just was not okay. Like, you don't take it out on everyone like that. You process your emotions. You take a sit back, realize why you're angry. And while you are justified in your anger and you're allowed to be angry at people, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying like don't get annoyed at Stefan. You're allowed to be. I'm just saying that getting physically violent towards people is not okay. And I just think that if you're going to be pissed off at someone, be pissed off at them and just basically cut them out. Don't talk to them. Like if they are genuinely bringing negativity to your life, just don't talk to them for a while. That's the way I see it. Like if Damon needs some time away, then I would completely understand that. And I think that he should take that. In terms of being annoyed or angry at Elena, I don't think that's justified, because it's justified being annoyed at the situation and the fact that she didn't pick you and all that, but you knew what you were getting into in terms of her picking you or your brother. Like, if this wasn't okay with you, then you should have backed out and just said, I'm not interested anymore. Do you get what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to diminish his feelings. I'm just saying, logically, there's no point getting angry at Elena. She just made the choice that you knew was coming, you know? But all that being said, like I said, very justified in his anger. I just don't appreciate the way he takes his anger out on others. Like when he put his foot on Matt's neck after he had just bitten, like literally made Matt almost bleed to death, puts his foot on his neck and be like, "Rah." It's not necessary and it's not needed. So I don't agree with that part. But yes, anyway, I've rambled for a bit. Moving on. Elena has found out about the moments Damon had compelled her to forget, and she confronts him. Do you think it made any difference as Damon questions her? I don't know. I think that Elena, it's more so like Elena's living in the ease right now of she's got so much on her mind on her transition that just knowing she has Stefan by her side is making her happy and feel a bit safe. So I don't think she's really questioning her choice or her feelings towards the brothers enough. But that being said, I don't know how that scene influenced her. I feel like it's going to take a while for me to mull the words over to truly understand. But the way that I saw it was that Damon was basically saying, does it make a difference? And then he said, thought not. But I think it did. I don't agree that you confronting her and her saying that she remembers made no difference. I think it did make a huge difference. She just can't process that right now. She's got so much on her mind in her transition and trying to control her urges that just the idea of having someone by her side, whether it be Stefan or Damon, is something that she needs right now. So I think it's one of those things that she will question in the future and it is going to pop up again. But for right now, I don't think she's got the mental capacity to even think about being with Damon right now, you know? But on that though, the scene in the bedroom where they had Elena recall the memories was one of my favorite scenes of the whole episode. Like, holy shit. The way that was done of Elena just like stepping back and watching it play out as it slowly seeps back into her memory. I can't explain enough how much I love that scene. Right, next up, why do you think Elena chose to tell Damon she remembers everything there in that moment? In that moment. Trying to remember the sequence of events. I'm gonna rewatch that quickly just to get that clear in my mind. Okay, so I rewatched the scene and I've kind of been gathering my thoughts, and I don't necessarily know if this is fact, but the way that I'm taking it is that I think Elena felt a little bit pissed off that Damon was going so hard about her making these choices that resulted in her being dead. And she was basically not throwing it back in his face, because I don't think it had malicious intent. I don't think it was out of anger, but she did kind of make it come to light that he has made choices as well. He has said things to her and made her forget because he didn't want to deal with that at the time, and that was his choice to make. So I think it's more so her just trying to get everything out in the open and make it clear what her thought process was. But then you can also take it that, listen, I remember everything now, so maybe my choice of picking Stefan is a bit muddier because now I remember everything. But I don't know. There's so many things you can take away from that scene. It's so up in the air of what the implications will be. I feel like when I do a rewatch, if I finish the show and I see where all of these characters go, it'll be a lot easier for me to pick up on little things. But as for right now, I don't know. I don't know how I take that. I don't know why she chose that exact moment. Obviously, it was one of the few moments that they've had alone. She was pissed off about the way that he was behaving towards Matt. So I'm not sure what really influenced her to bring it up at that point. But the way that I saw it at the moment was that she was just making it clear that he's made choices as well. But I don't know. But yes. Anyway, moving on. Final question is, what do you think of Elena saying on the roof to Stefan, I'll get to be with you forever, pause if I want to? Yeah, interesting. I did notice that because, like I was saying before on the roof, I don't like when you deal with the idea of immortality and you say we're going to be together forever. Because yeah, it sounds nice, it sounds romantic, it sounds loving, all of that shit. But if we're being fucking logical, we all change as human beings throughout our lives. That wouldn't change if you then become immortal. If anything, it would make it even more apparent because you have more time to change. So I don't agree with the idea in general of people being like, we'll be together forever. But I do like that even if she was joking when she said, if I want to, it had like a little laugh in there. But I do think that she was being serious. I think we can all say that Elena is still a bit up in the air. I don't think she's made her full choice that I want to be with Stefan forever. I think that she made a choice in the moment. She doesn't regret the choice. She still knows that she loves Stefan and would have a happy life with him. But that being forced to make that decision, and also the revelations about the times in the past that Damon made her forget, I think things have sort of clouded her judgment a bit here, and she's not sure what she wants again. I think that she's very just dealing with the vampire stuff at the moment, and then once that's all sort of settled, she then needs to actually process, what do I want to do here? Who do I love? Who do I want to be with? I don't think that decision has been made yet, but yes. Anyway, with that said, that was episode 1 of season 4 of the Vampire Diaries. It was another fantastic episode of the season. I don't know what we're going to be expecting for the rest of it, because I feel like this was more a continuation of the finale, and we haven't really got our season-long story yet. We've had a hint at it with the pastor killing everyone at the end of the episode, but we haven't really got a clear idea as to where everything's going, so I'm very excited to find out. But yes, for now, thank you very much for watching. I've left a link down below to my Patreon. Be able to find the early and uncut reactions to the Vampire Diaries and all of the shows that I do. I've also left a link to my Twitch, my Discord, and my socials, so be sure to follow them if you are interested. And Jess, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.